Hey, Limit Breakers, how's it going? Hope you're always having an awesome day so far. Just sharing what to do when you get stuck online. Now, this seems to happen a lot with what I've been seeing, a lot of people that I've been talking to. They come to me because of what I do in digital leadership, in terms of strategy. So I've had the pleasure and honor to speak to people and give them solutions. But what do you do when you get stuck online? Do you reach out for help, or do you just sit there in overwhelm? The whole online place, digital marketing, the whole websites, sales funnels, paid ads, social media, all of this technology isn't new anyway, isn't as new as it is or as it was, but it's very noisy and you can get overwhelmed in the online world, especially in terms of what so many other people are teaching, what people are putting out there, content, information. Everything is out there, right? Information is everywhere. Now, we're in the age of information, but also implementation. You got to apply what you learn. You got to apply what you have, right? It's so easy to be caught up in learning, and growing. But if you don't implement it, you're not going to get results, and you're not going to see what happens with it, whether that strategy works for you, whether it's sales funnels, whether it's digital marketing, whether it's email marketing, whether it's paid ads, whether it's social media. All right. When you're stuck in anywhere, in areas of your life, it doesn't have to be online, right? It could be stuck whether you're in fitness, whether you're training to get a better body, you're eating the right foods, you're training well, but you're still stuck. You're not seeing any results. Your weight's not shifting. Your physical appearance isn't changing. What do you do, right? You seek, for me anyway, I know I seek help, right? I ask a PT. I ask a nutritionist. I ask my friends that are coaches or PTs and ask for their advice and their expertise and see where they can point me, at least give me an assessment of what I'm doing now, and is what I'm doing wrong, or do I need to up the intensity in the workout? Do I need to eat less? Do I need to eat more protein? Do I need to eat the right foods? Right? If I get stuck in an area that I don't know, I ask for help from an expertise, right? Someone that knows what they're doing, someone that's been in the field for a long time, whether it's fitness, whether it's the online world, whether it's streaming. The streaming for me is a new area. Learning how to do streaming, how to build followers, how to build a community, that is still new to me, right? I could build a physical following. I did that previously at university, where I built my own community. Building online is completely different. It's you're still building relationships, but you've got to nurture them. You got to add value. You got to stream like this or add videos and give value and constantly be in touch, right? In the offline world, we go to do events, we do clubbing, we do social activities, we go out together, we do home parties, right? Those are the kind of things that you could do on the offline community. there's no online dinners in the online world unless you do virtual ones. What do they call them? Virtual Zoom dinners, right? That's something new on the trend right now. If you can't date, have a romantic dinner online, cook your own meal, and then have a romantic candlelit dinner. But going back on topic with what to do when you get stuck online, sales funnels, websites, social media, is find someone who's doing it, find someone who's got the experience as well in doing these areas and doing this kind of work, right? There's so many different strategies, there's so many different specialists as well. Some people are very specialists in SEO, some in affiliates, some are in email marketing, some in copywriting, but it's not necessarily cross over. So have people around you that can give you different ideas and different strategies that implement them all, right? So having someone that knows how to do the strategy, knows what works, know what could be bespoke for your business. There's no one-size-fits-all template that works for you. When there's so many people say, oh, here's a blueprint for your social media calendar. Yeah, that could work somewhat, but not, that blueprint may fit their business well, but it might not fit your business. Some people have their audience that come online during the afternoon, right? They might be parents. They might be mums that finish school. They may show up after 3:00 when they pick up the kids, or they normally show up online when they're about 12 when the kids are at school, whatever. I don't know. And you got to know what your audience does, what they do, where they hang out, what are their challenges, what stops them from, what keeps them awake at night. That's always a great question, right? So you've got to know your audience, and that's one thing that even I'm still working on, building my own audience, right? I don't know exactly. I've got a good idea of who my audience is, but I'm still building it, and until I'm more clear, I'm going to keep building and keep finding answers, keep questioning, keep asking, and keep showing up and see what content people are liking, people resonating with, people need help with. Because I could keep producing content like this pretty easily nowadays, but it's knowing the right type of content that you enjoy, that you find useful, and that you could take away and adapt and implement. That's the part I want to make sure happens. Is I can put out loads of information, but once you take it away, are you going to implement it? Are you going to just listen to it, listen to this and go, okay, that's cool, and then do nothing with it? Like all the other 100 of audiobooks and books that we read. And, even on books, I'm still working on writing labels and jotting down notes so that I can go back to it later, and highlighting books, right? So you can go back to it later and go, I haven't adapted this yet. Could I implement this into my life? Could I implement this into my lifestyle, in my business? Where can I use it? Because I've always had this question that my mentor asked me was, Jono, even if you do read so many books and you do listen to all these audiobooks, which one of these do you implement? Like, have you implemented anything that you learned from that book or from that video or from the audiobook? Like, it's great we're consuming all this information, but if we don't implement it, do we really know it? And do we know the value of that strategy, that piece of advice? We don't until we actually try it. Until we try it and see if it works. If it works, that's great. If it doesn't, okay, it's not for me. Try something else. Or maybe tweak it. Maybe tailor it into the way that it does suit you. Even for the guide that I wrote, right, for the routines, that may work for some people. That may not work for some others, right? Some people go, oh, I can't stay focused for 2 hours in a time block. Do an hour block instead, right? Tweak it. See what happens. But there's no one-size-fits-all routine. There's no one-size-fits-all blueprint. There's no 10 steps to success, right? There's none of that. So you've got to be aware of, you've got to test and measure especially this is in digital marketing, it's always about testing and measuring. You know, what works, what's not working, what can I do better. That's the same with all areas of our lives, right? Whether it's in health, whether it's in relationships, whether it's vocation, whether it's in business, whether it's in social, right? Each area has different factors, and we have to play around and see what works and what doesn't work, right? We have to evaluate. And if we're not evaluating, then we're going to just go with the flow, right? That works too. But if you're not planning it, you're not strategizing it, you still got to have some sort of plan of action, right? Even when you're at work, you've got to plan your day. You got to plan what activities you're going to do. You're going to plan what tasks you're going to do. You got to see what results you want to get done, right? Or what results you want to achieve. And that's why so many people go, oh, you look at the KPIs, but you know, even on KPIs, are you measuring the right KPIs? Right. So many people were looking at vanity metrics, like how many likes do you get, how many comments you get. None of that matters if they don't buy from you. Right. At the end of the day, if they don't convert into a sale, you know, having the likes and the shares and the comments, yeah, they're great engagement, but they're gonna your post, are they going to buy from your video? Are they going to buy from what you put out? If that doesn't count, then you've just wasted your time. You've wasted your time and energy. Yes, it adds value, but if it doesn't convert, you need to try something else, right? And some people go, okay, that's a lead magnet or whatnot, right? Okay, nurturing process. How do you nurture them? How do you stay in contact with them? Is there email nurturing? Is there a monthly newsletter? Is there accountability? Is there follow-up? You know, so many people would, like, for instance, downloaded one of my ebooks, right? And I'm working on a follow-up to say, have you implemented this? Have you tried this? Have you, did you try it? And what results did you get if you did? Right? I want feedback. I want to see if it does help people. If it does help people, that's great. I get feedback for it. If it doesn't help someone, then I can see what else I could do better and how else I could help them. Or if I could refer them to someone that does help them with the problem that they have. Be solution focused. And that would be the best way of doing it. And especially when you're stuck, it's always just look at what solution you can provide to people. Like, even I was looking at a new PC build, right? I have no idea. It's been about 9 years since I did a new PC build for gaming and streaming and stuff like that. So I had to ask one of my friends, right? Well, I asked one of my friends, I said, can you just take a look at this list and let me know your feedback? And is this decent? Does it need improving? Could I change it to something else? Could I change some components? Would it help me being future-proof? Right? And he pointed me all these directions, goes, change this to this and have that. Try this out, or wait for something better to come out later on. Cool, right? I've got, you know, at least I know what I can change, what I can do, what help I need, and where I could, you know, what solution I need right now. And even then, just asking advice, asking for feedback, asking for, reaching out for expertise advice, right? Because the last thing you want to do is just dabble online, try all these things, waste a lot of money, burn all your money, and then not get any results. And then that's how easy it is to do, especially with paid marketing. If you don't know what you're doing with paid ads on Facebook or Google, you're just burning money, right? If you don't know the right strategy, you don't have the right the funnel set up or the call to action, the right advert, the right hook, right? All this needs to look at. And generally, you need to have someone that's going to be able to help you look at that and get results for you. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's easy to just burn money. So to avoid burning money, look at expert videos on YouTube, see who's getting results and who's not getting results. Those who's able to give advice would generally be, you know, putting content out there to help people, and see what results they've got, right? If they got results that you want, speak to them and see what you can do with them, whether it's a consultation, whether it's a chat, whether it's a message, Generally, they probably have blog articles as well. That generally helps. So yeah, plenty of a few nuggets I want to give out, because I know if I give too much information, you're not going to take any action. You're not going to implement it. And it's going to be one of those videos again that I just create. Loads of content, but no one takes action on it. So make sure, if you do get stuck, reach out to an expert that does know what they're doing online, know what they're doing in the area, at least of the field that you need help with, especially if it's fitness, whether it's finance, whether it's project planning, organizing, breathing, affiliate marketing. And talking of affiliate marketing, make sure to tune in at 9:30 tonight, where I have a special guest, Jason Hewlett, to talk about affiliate marketing and swords and martial arts and all the medieval great stuff that he talks about. So, other than that, I'll leave you that. So, peace out.